Good evening, Good evening, football fans. Welcome to tonight's game here at the Field of Dreams. Your 6A. Good evening, football fans, and welcome to tonight's game here at the Field of Dreams. Tonight, your 6A Oregon Mountain Knights are going up against the Clovis Wildcats. Clovis comes into tonight's game with a 1-5 record, currently at a 5-game losing streak, and looking back to bounce at Oregon's Mountain tough squad. Leading the air attack for the night is junior wide receiver Zeke Weir, receiving with 87.7 yards per game and a constant deep threat on the goal play marker with 8 total touchdowns this season. At quarterback, Jaden Gonzalez continues to shine, dominating on the ground with 66.3 rushing yards per game, providing as he is dangerous with his legs as he is with his arms. On defense, Diego Costa is the anchor, averaging 7.6 tackles per game, bringing power, discipline, and grit to the Knights' defensive squad. The Knights are ready to rise, ready to fight, and ready to leave everything on the field. Both teams are looking for a key district win, so fans get loud, get proud, and let's cheer on as our teams take the field. Stay tuned for kickoff at 7 p.m.
Good evening, Knights fans. The Oregon Mountain High School Football Booster Club is excited to welcome you to another thrilling evening of Knights football. Tonight, we are proud to host the Clovis Wildcats. We are also excited to showcase the LCPS Thrive 575 initiative, which represents our commitment to helping every student.
I just played the first commercial or advertisement.
Okay. Thank you, Joseph.
The iconic Field of Dreams. Knights, don't forget to buy your game program 50/50 tickets and check out the merchandise table for a great selection of Knights team wear. Freshman players will be wearing their jerseys. 50/50 tickets can also be purchased at the 50/50 table. They also have
And you're back on in 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Beautiful sunset behind me. I am set up exactly opposite of how I am at Leon Williams Stadium in Clovis. I'm on the west side this time, and so no sun to deal with. But you know what's kind of funny? As the season has gone on, it's like dark when the games start. So remember the first game we did, the sun was up and right in our eyes for about 15 minutes. Not the case here. Lights are on at the Field of Dreams, waiting for the Oñate Knights to come out of the locker room. They've had the national anthem. Clovis Wildcats over on their sideline. Clovis Wildcats this evening are wearing, let me make sure I get this right. Well, I'm going to say those pants are black. Black pants, white jerseys, purple numbers, and, of course, the purple helmets with the Chicago-style C. Oñate Knights come out there wearing white pants, black jerseys, exact flip of the Clovis Wildcats. They have white helmets. And I say Oñate, Oregon Mountain, I'm sorry. I'm old school. I got to not do that all night long. Oregon Mountain, the Knights. So they're coming out of their big tunnel with a big helmet. Very similar to the helmet the Wildcats have, so here they come. I did want to mention I have the rankings for 6A in New Mexico. Las Cruces High, a district opponent for the Clovis Wildcats, and of course Oregon Mountain. They are at number 1. Cleveland at number 2. Centennial, another Las Cruces school, who the Clovis Wildcats will play back here, Field of Dreams, in 2 weeks. For that one, they are at number 4. Number 5 is La Cueva. Number 6 goes to Rio Rancho. Number 7, the Hobbs Eagles. They are the district opponent for the Clovis Wildcats next week, back in Clovis at Leon Williams Stadium. Los Lunas, they come in at number 8. Alamogordo has moved up to number 9. They were number 11, and the Clovis Wildcats will play them to finish out regular season play, the last game of regular season play. So it'll, after tonight, of course it's Oregon Mountain tonight, then it will be Hobbs at home, and Centennial back here at the Field of Dreams, and then Alamogordo, that'll wrap things up. Cibola, they come in at number 10. So there are your 6A rankings, and give me a moment to try and catch up with all the players. I'll do my best, but I do have Oñate's, not Oñate, I wrote that down, Oregon Mountain. Maybe I ought to just call them the Knights, and I won't be doing that all night. Oregon Mountain, they have got wins against Deming and Mayfield. A 26-22 win over Deming, and that was back on 8:30, and 9-5. Very next week, they defeated Mayfield 35-28. That game would have been played right here. So here we go. Clovis Wildcats will be kicking off in this one, and Oregon Mountain, they will receive the Knights. And this field set up exactly like Leon Williams Stadium. Runs north and south. The wind is blowing out of the south, maybe I'd say 10 miles an hour, so not anything that's a factor like it has been in a few of the games the Wildcats have played in. It's really a pretty night, good crowd here. Beautiful facility here they have at Las Cruces. It's a complex for all the schools, and they all use it. They've got softball, baseball, soccer, all of it right out here, and it is beautiful. So here we go. 12 minutes on the clock, and here comes the kickoff. It is off and away, a little pooch kick, and a fair catch is called for. Interesting. At the 16-yard line by Oregon Mountain. So Oregon Mountain will start over at the, or not over, I should say. They will start on the 16-yard line, and no time off the clock. So here we go. Let's see if we can get you some player names. Oh, we do want to mention Las Cruces Public Schools.tv, LCPS.tv. You can watch the game and listen to our audio right there. They film all the games here. I want to thank Mike Rodriguez and Jeff Matthews for setting things up here. Jeff, long time radio guy in Las Cruces, as this run will go out to the 25-yard line. I apologize, didn't pick up the runner, but it is good for 9 yards on the first carry. And again, I'll try and get you some Organ Mountain names, as I'm not familiar with them yet. Let's see, formation-wise, they've only got one receiver out to the right. They are headed north to south, and the handoff got away, but the pile will go for the first down. Quarterback got hammered, but the Clovis defender bit on the wrong guy. So this will go out to the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play and a first down for Organ Mountain. Again, they're moving left to right towards the south goal and into the wind. Again, maybe 10, 15 miles an hour, I would say. Beautiful night. Great setup here. I love it. All right. I have no idea what this formation is. It's like 3 backs and the quarterback, and they hand it off. They're all lined up. It was like a power eye, but offset or something. All right, if I can listen to the PA guy, maybe. Said Obula, I thought. Takes it out to the 36-yard line. They're kind of off to a good start here for Oñate. 4th play coming up. They've moved the ball out to the 36-yard line. Again, they'll have one receiver out to each side. 3-back set. Going to hand it to the second man, and he will not go much of anywhere. They're going to give him the 36-yard line, so no gain on that play. So the first stop by the Clovis Wildcats as far as yardage goes, it'll bring up a 3rd and 4. And I would not anticipate going for it on 4th down here. They've redone the field here since I was here last. It's got dark green and light green stripes. Man, it looks great. Mountains off in the sunset out there. Very nice. 2-back set this time. This is what I call the pistol. They're going to hand it to the deep back. Oh, boy, he's into the secondary, and watch out. And they drag him down all the way at the Clovis 38-yard line. So he goes from the 36 to the 38, so 26 yards on that carry. So they don't have to worry about deciding if they're going to go for it on 4th down or not. So 6th play of the drive coming up for Organ Mountain. They'll send twins to the right, 1 receiver left. 2-back set again. Again, the pistol. One of the backs is up in front of the quarterback. Oh, goodness, huge hole up the middle this time, all the way down to the 21. And they are peeling them off in chunks right now. 17-yard gain. The chain gang over on the Clovis side is going to need oxygen here in a minute. So Organ Mountain now to the 22-yard line, I believe. They're going to move to the 22. I thought the 21. So they'll have 2 receivers out to the right. 1 back set this time for Organ Mountain. Snap is back. They'll give it to that lone back. He'll take it down to the 20. And a gain of 2 on the play. Again, we're just underway. 8:34 to go here in the first. Dwayne Chase flying solo. Joseph on the board back at the radio station. Mike Rodriguez running the video for lcps.tv. It's free. So if you want to watch and listen, there you go. All right, another 3-back set. I don't know if you can call them a back if they're in front of the quarterback. I'm going to have to get Coach Roanhouse to tell me if that's what that is or not. Quarterback keeper, a lot of room. This is probably going to go for 6, and it is. Touchdown for Oñate off the quarterback keeper. Number 13 is your quarterback, and he's not even on my first page of numbers. Let's see. Jaden Gonzalez will take it to the house from 20 yards out. So number 13, Jaden Gonzalez, will cap a really nice drive by Organ Mountain. 20-yard run, kick is up and good. So with 7:59 to go here in the first quarter of play. It is 7-0. Oregon Mountain in the lead over the Clovis Wildcats. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back. Side, one receiver down to the left, going to hand it off to Ochoa, I believe, and he's going to lose one on the play. Was Ochoa. -1 on that play, back to the 19. It'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, Oregon Mountain, a 8-play drive and a touchdown. All runs, but some pretty good ones. 9, 4, 7, 26, 17, and 20. All right, here we go. 2nd down for the Wildcats. They have 2 receivers out to the right, 1 back set. Jimenez will keep it, rolls right, throws deep, has a man, and overthrew him. Had him at the 45-yard line. That was intended for Kaiden Everett and about 6 feet too tall. So that will go incomplete and bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Wildcats. Again, perfect night here, 71 degrees, I think. Very nice. All right, the Wildcats come out. 2 receivers to the left. Ball in the middle of the field, 1 back set. Jimenez going to keep it, looks, throws, same play, and this time, oh no, hit his man at the 40 and they dropped it. About 5 yards behind everybody, number 31 for the Wildcats. I don't have a 31. I apologize, I missed who that was. Let me see if I can spot him over there. 34, excuse me. For the Wildcats, and that's Parrish. Wow. Ouch. That's one of those I talk about. Quarterbacks ought to have a drop stat, and a receiver ought to pick up a drop stat. So the Wildcats will have to punt it away on 4th and 11. Snap is high. Jimenez gets it. Nice spiraling kick's going to come down at the 37. Fielded and breaking a few tackles out to the 49. And that's where Oregon Mountain will start this next drive. We'll keep it right here. So they'll start at their own 49-yard line. We have 6:50 to go. And they have a brand new Jumbotron down here that is really nice. Something else. The young man next door runs it. Doing a good job. Very nice. All right, here we go. Two back set, excuse me. And nowhere to go on this one. Maybe a yard out to the 50. Will be a gain of 1 on the play, we'll say. Try and get you the name of some of the backs. Jaden Gonzalez is the quarterback. He wears number 13. And they have a lot of running backs. So I can see why they run a lot. That's all they do. Try and pick up some of these numbers. I'll have to, again, ask Coach Rownhouse if he's in the backfield, but he's not behind the quarterback. Is he a back? Actually, you'd have to say he's a front, right? The deep back this time gets it, and not much running there. Breaks 1 tackle. Going to spot him into Clovis Wildcat territory at the 47-yard line. That will be a gain of 3 on the play. Bring up a 3rd and 6. Longest third down of the early evening for Oregon Mountain. And different position here, though. They were at the 35 last time. They had a 3rd and 4, I believe. So 3rd and 6 here. 1 back set for Oregon Mountain. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 left. Shotgun, snap. Going to hand it off. Oh, goodness. A lot of running room and plenty of room for a first down. For number 23 for Oregon Mountain, that is Romeo Jones. That's a cool name. I did a game for Nimmi College last Saturday, and the other team from Tyler, Texas had a Willie Nelson. I'd say Willie Nelson on the tackle. That sounded kind of funny. Romeo Jones on the carry and a first down. He'll take it all the way down to the Clovis 34 before he goes down. So that would have been a gain of 13 and a first down. But on this play, let's see, a gain of 1. Going to take it to the 33. And again, no passes at all yet for Oregon Mountain. They have run 12 plays, all runs. Let me see, 1 back set again. Nope, 2 back set. Under center, Romeo Jones. Nope, they're going to keep it. Pitch it out wide. Good job by the Wildcat defense to string that one out. Ball carrier on that one. Where'd he go? Got away. I believe that was number 3. I think it was Avila on the carry. Down to the 30. Actually back to the 33. Let's say they lost 2 on the play. 3rd and 9 now, but again, they're at the Wildcat 33-yard line. Twins left, twins right. Doesn't look like a running play. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's quickly into the secondary, breaks 1 tackle, and he'll stumble down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 12 on the play by Gonzalez. He's got the lone touchdown in this game, but it is a first down. That was a 3rd and 9 for Oregon Mountain. So Oregon Mountain on the move again. They started at their own 49 this last time at the 6:50 mark. We're at 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. It is the Knights 7. The Wildcats not on the board yet. Twins left, 1 receiver right. Going to hand it to the deep back, and that's Romeo Jones. He'll rumble down, and let me see if they give his size. I don't think they do, but I'm going to guess he's a sophomore. But I'm going to guess he's like 5'2", 5'3", maybe 180. Kind of Robert Newhouse looking kind of dude. And he will take it down to the Wildcat 14. That'll be a gain of 7. Bring up a 2nd, and we'll call it 3. I'm going to say 2 backs behind the line of scrimmage, quarterback in the middle of it. He's going to hand it off again to Jones. Jones will have a first and goal for the Oregon Mountain Knights as he takes it down to the 7-yard line. And another gain of 7. What's kind of interesting, you kind of know they're going to run, but still have not been able to stop it. So first and goal at the 7-yard line for the Oregon Mountain Knights. And they will come out this time with a 2-back set. Everybody off to the side of the quarterback. He's going to keep it, weave, wind, and I believe he's in. And he is right up the gut, 7-yard run and a touchdown. Second touchdown run for Jaden Gonzalez. This time a 9-play drive. And they took off, 2:23 off the clock on this one. So do the math real quick. 4:27 time of possession on that drive. The other one was 4:01. So kick is up, and let's see. Did he miss it? Sorry, I looked away to make some notes. And it is no good. So the point after is no good, but 13-0 your score, 2:23 to go. The Knights in the lead over the Wildcats. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 107.5 The Mix and also LPLC PSTV. Back in 1 minute.
And you're back on in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. The Oregon Mountain Knights has struck again. Second possession, second score, but the PAT no good. Kickoff is away into the wind, and this one will go into the end zone, and it was right at the goal line. So tough position for the Wildcats, but they will bring it out to the 20-yard line, I believe. Whoop, they're going to have to kick again. Somebody did something. It's hard to say. This doesn't look like they're going to the 20-yard line. So they're going to back them up. Guess somebody got across the line too quick. So Oregon Mountain, yep, that's what they called. So the kicker's like, man, I just kicked that one in the end zone. Yeah, they're going to back him up 5. Normally they kick from the 40. So this should be a returnable ball because he is kicking into the wind. So this kick, if he kicked it identical to the last one, would land at the 5-yard line. So let's see what happens. And let's say elect to maybe do a squib kick. Let's see what they do. Nope, he's going to line drive it and get it down there. It's going to hit about the 15, 10. Picked up at the 3, coming far side, a little bit of room, tackle at the 24, I believe, and they're going to say the 25-yard line. So that's where the Wildcats will start. This drive, their first was a 3-and-out, and see if they can get something going here as Onyate, Oregon Mountain, has struck twice, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. For them, both of them about 4 minutes. So when you think about that, when you can score and run the ball, you use up a lot of clock. So they've used up 8 minutes and 28 seconds in 2 drives. Wildcats come out. Jimenez has it. Here comes the jet sweep coming near side and breaking one tackle. Headed the other way. Boy, weavy windy on that one for Kaiden Everett. He'll get, what are they going to give him? Out to the 30, I guess. So nice run there. 5 yards for Everett. Bring up a 2nd and 5. Wildcats last time lost a yard on their first play and then had 2 incompletions and had to punt. So right now, 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. 2-back set, 1 receiver out to the left, nobody out right. Going to give it to Everett again. He's finding home in a hole, and he's all the way out. Nice run and the first down for the Wildcats. He'll move to the 44-yard line and a gain of 14 on the play for Kaiden Everett. Clock ticking at 1:22, 13-0. The Knights lead the Wildcats. Wildcats with their first down of the night, though, and a first down at their own 44-yard line. 1 receiver out to each side for Jimenez. Jimenez going to give it off and hit in the background this time. I believe that was Ochoa. He'll go down at the 41 and a loss. Loss of 3 on the play. So that'll make it a 2nd and, well, actually they're going to say 2. No, 3. So 2nd and 13 coming up. Everett will come out to the far side. 1 receiver out to the right. 1 back set. Shotgun for Jimenez. Everett will go in motion. They'll hand it. No, they did. Did they hand it to him? They did. Jet sweep the other way. He'll get back to 3 they lost plus 1. Out to the 45 and a gain of 4. 3rd down here and 8 coming up for the Wildcats with 8 seconds to go. That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. Don't think they're going to get it off. They will not. So quarter number 1 in the books. It's the Oregon Mountain Knights 13, the Clovis Wildcats trying to get on the board. 0. We will take, how about a 1-minute break? You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on The Mix, 107.5 and KCPSTV.tv, by the way, here in Las Cruces. Back in 1 minute.
Oregon Mountain Cheer would like to recognize their 4th annual Cancer Awareness honoree. Please welcome Mrs. Elizabeth
Okey-dokey.
Johnson. Elizabeth is married to Art Johnson. The two of them are blessed to have 3 beautiful daughters, 2 amazing grandchildren, and another on the way. Mrs. Johnson worked for Las Cruces Public Schools for 26 years. Teaching just wasn't her career, it was her calling. Just a few months before retiring, she was faced with one of the hardest battles in her life, breast cancer. This chapter in her life deepened her resilience and renewed her sense of purpose, not just as a teacher, but as a wife, mother, and now survivor. Elizabeth is now 6 years cancer-free. Thank you, Oregon Mountain Cheer.
Dreams, the second quarter about to get underway. The Wildcats at their own 45-yard line. 3rd and we'll call it 9, and they trail 13-0. 1 back set. Twins to the right. Everett will go in motion to the top. They'll fake it to him. Jimenez rolls. Pressure coming. Still rolling off his back foot. Throws one across. Caught. And a first down. Diving for it. Didn't see who picked that up. Number 22 for the Wildcats, and that was Ochoa. Throw was, kind of looked like a lame duck floating around out there, but it's good. And good for 11 yards on the play. First pass play by, well, I say that, first completed pass for the Wildcats. 2 incompletes in the first possession, but this one good for 11 yards and a first down. Clock at 11:27 before the half here, 13-0 Oregon Mountain in the lead. Two-back set again, one receiver out to the left, nobody out wide. Jimenez going to keep it. He breaks a few tackles, nice moves, and he'll go down. I think they're going to spot him at the 39, and they will. Gain of 5. Ran about 20 yards and got 5. Uh-oh. A little bit of extracurricular, if you will, after the play. I think everybody with a flag threw a flag. So let's see who gets tagged with this one. Had to break them up. And it would be a 2nd and 5, but it's has the appearance they're going to head to the north goal, which would be marking off yardage against the Wildcats, let's see. And they're talking about it. Ball resting at the 39-yard line of Oregon Mountain. They're going to pick it up? What are they doing? Not sure. Everybody that had one threw one, though, I think. See what they say. Yep, personal foul against the Wildcats. Or unsportsmanlike. Oh. 15-yarder. Takes them all the way back into their own territory. That one hurt. All the way back to their own 47-yard line. And it will be 2nd and 23, something like that. Oregon Mountain showing blitz. Here comes the run, and Ochoa is tripped up. He'll go down to the 50, and a gain of 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd, and we'll call it 17. Ball, they put him at the 49. So not quite at midfield. Got to wonder if this could be 4-down territory, though, for the Wildcats, trailing 13-0, 10-17 into the second quarter. 3rd and 17. Jimenez, shotgun, one back set, trips to the left. He's looking to the left, throwing deep down the field, and airmailed it way over the top of everybody. Good coverage by Oregon Mountain, though. Wasn't really anybody open. Trying to see who he was trying to pick up on that one. Let me see if I can get you a number. Was Everett trying to get behind the defense, and it will go incomplete. So 4th down now and 17. I would have to think the Wildcats would have to punt after that unsportsmanlike. Really took them out of this drive. They were down to the 39-yard line, had a 2nd and 5, I believe. But they're going to have to punt it away just inside the 10-minute mark here in the second at the Field of Dreams. Dwayne Chase again flying solo tonight. Other than Joseph back on the board helping me out. Jimenez back to do the punting duties. Return man for Oregon Mountain down at the 20. Kick is going to go off the side of his foot, but it's okay. Got a nice bounce down to the 14-yard line. So that will end a nice drive the Cats had going. 9-play drive, started at their own 25, but it'll stall at the 49. They'll punt it away, and 9:48 to go here in the second quarter of play. And Oregon Mountain will start. They're going to put it, I think they're going to put it at the 15-yard line. Again, Oregon Mountain has not thrown a pass yet. They've run 8 plays for a touchdown and 9 plays. Not a single pass, even though, like in this formation, they're going to send trips to the right. A one-back set. Gonzalez going to call his own number on this one, and not much of anywhere to go. He's going to be spotted down at the 16, so he'll get 1 on the play. Called his own number on that one. Let's see what they do here. Kind of interesting, the formations they run. Yeah, trips again out to the right. Let me see. I believe Jones. Yep, he's the lone back. Romeo Jones, and again a keeper and a little bit of a hole. Up there comes a flag. Normally that's a hold. So hold the phone, if you will, out to the 20-yard line. Would have been a gain of 4 by Gonzalez, but typically, and kind of the part of that you don't like is it was way away from the ball, but maybe it's not a hold. They're indicating face mask. And I think they're saying it would have been maybe holding up a receiver. I don't know. See what they say. They picked up the flags. They're talking. Yep. Face mask against the Wildcats and nowhere remotely close to where the ball was at. So another huge penalty against the Cats. One personal foul, and this one basically the same thing, a face mask. And it'll move the ball and a first down out to the 35. And again, that would have brought up a 3rd and 5 for Oregon Mountain. They'll send trips right, one receiver left. Romeo Jones, the lone back. Here's a pass. They're going home run ball and a diving catch. Oh, my goodness. Home run ball down to the 27 and laying out and hauling it in is number 14, I believe. Oh, my goodness. He knocked the wind out of himself. That is Zeke Weir. Wow. What a catch. Junior for Oregon Mountain, all the way down to the Wildcat 27-yard line. That's 23 and 15, 38-yard pass play. First pass they've thrown all night. Go home run ball and complete it. Now they're going to throw again and got a little greedy on that one and airmailed it. Had a man break free at about the 15, but too much. Left-handed quarterback, by the way. Why do I notice that so much? Because I have a left-handed kid. So incomplete, stops the clock, 8:16 to go, second quarter. Oregon Mountain 13, Clovis nothing in this one. So Gonzalez, shotgun, trips right, nobody left. Romeo Jones, the lone back. And it's going to be a keeper and taken down in the backfield. Number 34 for the Clovis Wildcats, Parrish. Gets that's a sack. Quarterback kept it and gets sacked at the 35. A loss of 8 on the play. Nice play by Parrish. That'll bring up 3rd and 17. That's the only tough thing when you're a running team. When you get these long 3rd downs, 4th downs, whatever. 8:08 left, 13-0 your score. Oregon Mountain in the lead. Second quarter. Beautiful night in Las Cruces. See if they pass here or try and run. Their kicker that kicks off can boot it, so I don't know if he could be their field goal guy or not. Seems like it was Las Cruces High that Clovis played. Had a kid that could kick it long and a kid that kind of kicked it short. Referees, I don't know if they're visiting about where to spot the ball or what's going on. Oh, some kind of penalty declined. So, okay, that's what's going on. Knights held. They held on the sack. That's bad. Held and still got the sack. All right. Twins to both sides, middle of the field for Gonzalez. Romeo Jones, the lone back. 3rd and we'll call it 18 at the Clovis 35. They're going to hand it off and nowhere to go on that one for Jones. He'll get 1 yard down to the 34-yard line. So let's see if they have a kid with a big foot, or I don't see any reason you would punt here with the ball at the Clovis 34. But I don't know. 7:23 left in the second, 13-0. Oregon Mountain in the lead. They'll bring trips to the left, one receiver right, one back set for Gonzalez, and that is Jones. He's going to be the safety valve. Oh, they rushed everybody, and Gonzalez will not quite get the first down, but he got close. He'll go down to the 22. He'll get 12 on the play, but that will turn it over on downs for the Wildcat defense. So they hold on that one. 7-minute mark exactly, and that ends a pretty long drive for Oregon Mountain. They had 7 plays. They started at their 15, got down to the Clovis 22, but that's where Clovis will start as they trail it 13-0. See if they can get something going. They had something going until the penalty on the last one. So Jimenez with a 2-back set, and timeout will be taken by Oregon Mountain. 6:59 to go in the second. It is the Knights 13, Wildcats nothing. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on The Mix, 107.5 and KCPS.TV in Las Cruces. Back in 1 minute.
And you're back on in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Field of Dreams, 13-0. The Knights in the lead. Nice play by Jimenez. He looked like he was going to do a keeper. Last second pitch to Everett. Everett takes it out to the 33, but flag on the play. And it looks like from here they're visiting with Oñate about what to do. But I think it would have been a first down. Yep, there's the ball sitting 1 yard past the chain, so it would be a first down, but I'm not sure what the flag's all about yet. I don't know. I mean, if it is against Clovis, it seems to me you would have to take it instead of giving up a first down, because they're not visiting with Clovis that I can tell, unless they're doing it on the sideline. Maybe they were talking to Coach Stan Hodges. Say, what do you want to do? Let's see. Here comes the ball from the Clovis sideline. Looks like the chain gang's going to move. Still no signal. Nope. Chain gang started to move, and then they stopped. Okay, there we go. See what the call is. It's a big one. 15-yarder. Personal foul against Oregon Mountain. That's their first. Huge. After an 11-yard gain. 15-yarder. Takes them out to the 48-yard line of the Wildcats and a first down. So Jimenez with the Ochoa, the only back See who we have out here all the way out wide for the Wildcats. Number 88. That is Cliff Brown. All the way out here to the near side. Clovis going to head back to the huddle. I don't know if they're taking a timeout or what they're doing. Yeah, there's only 4 seconds. No. Play clock working? I don't know. Clovis goes back to the huddle, going to redo it. Must be the official timeout or something. Whitehat's going over to talk to Hodges again. Yeah, the officials must have called a timeout. That's all I can think. Because the players just can't walk back and re-huddle and like, let's talk about this some more. So an 11-yard gain on an Everett run tacked on with a personal foul penalty against Oregon Mountain. Again, if you're just joining us and not watching on lcps.tv, Wildcats white jerseys, purple numbers, purple helmets, of course, black pants, and Oregon Mountain right the opposite, white pants with black tops and white numbers, white helmets. Man, this is taking a while. 6:48 left. Here we go. Wildcats will come out with twins to the right. They're headed left to right from my west grandstand position, headed towards the south end zone. Jimenez is going to keep it, throws, and dropped. Oh, man, and that was Brown. Had him wide open at the 44 and dropped it. There again, I'm going to have to petition the NCAA in some of those. You hit a guy, he's got 1 or 2 feet on the ground, it hits him in the hands. Should be a drop against the receiver. In a category for quarterbacks, it's a drop. It's not an incomplete pass. Not my fault. Just saying. I doubt they'll listen to me, though. Coming out to the near side, Ethan Gutierrez. He's a favorite target of Jimenez. Jimenez one back set, twins right. He's going to hand it off to Ochoa, and Ochoa breaks some tackles. Nice run. He'll go down to the 45-yard line into Oñate territory and turn what would have been a gain of 1 into a gain of 7. So that'll make a manageable 3rd down. And again, at this point, now on the Oregon Mountain side of the field, I would have to think it's 4-down territory for the Clovis Wildcats as they trail 13-0. 2 quarterback Gonzalez runs, one of 20 yards, one of 7. Last PAT was missed. Jimenez standing right on the 50. Going to drop back, rolls near side, decides to run right up the middle into the secondary, makes a move, makes a man miss. He's all the way down to the 20, 10. I think he's in. So, nope, here's a flag. And this one was thrown way back. And I don't know who he threw it for. And that was as Jimenez crossed the line. And we'll see who they call this on. If it's against, obviously, the Wildcats, that'll negate a 45-yard touchdown run by Jimenez, and it looks like the Wildcats are coming back. And whatever that was not anywhere close to the play. We'll see. Don't know if it's against the Wildcats yet. Looks like Oregon Mountain now is walking back towards the end zone. And so are the Wildcats. So let's see what they say. Here comes the white hat. Okay. They're going to say it's after the play? I guess so. How about that? Jimenez with a 45-yard touchdown run. Of course, they typically go for 2. And with the missed PAT, that could be big. Yeah, Jimenez was going to throw, rolled this way, cut up the middle, and made a move. Faked out a linebacker, and then took it in. Nice run. So right now, 13-6 is your score. Here goes the swinging gate. Everybody to the left except the center. And Minna's going to try and work his way in. He'll be caught, trapped, and go down. PAT for 2 is no good, so it will make your score, though. Still a one-possession game at 13-6 off a 45-yard touchdown run by Jimenez. Comes at the 5:40 mark here in the second. So with that said, 13-6, the Knights in the lead. And you are listening to Wildcat Football right here on the Mix, 107.5, and also LCPS.TV. Back in 1 minute. On the board, Mike running things for LCPS.TV, the video side. For the Clovis Wildcats, that was quick. 5-play drive. They took it 72 yards, of course, capped with a 45-yard Jimenez touchdown run. 120 time of possession makes it a 13-6 contest. And the Wildcats are going to kick off. Well, they're going to try. They must have tacked on a penalty of some sort, because the Wildcats are going to have to kick off. Yep, I missed that one, but it's 15-yarder. They're going to kick off from the 25. So that's going to set Oregon Mountain up with really good field position, I would have to think. See who will kick off. Make sure. 21 for the Wildcats. It is Trujillo, sophomore. So he'll have a long field and kicking into a probably 10, 15 mile an hour breeze. So we should expect a return by Oregon Mountain. Kick is away. He's just going to squib it, try and keep a long return. Picked up at the 42, lowering his head and rumbling into Wildcat territory at the 47-yard line. So, yeah, probably not a bad idea. Just, knock it into the turf. Don't get that return for 6. And that's what they did. But, again, as I mentioned off the penalty, 15-yarder, it's going to start Oregon Mountain in good shape at the Wildcat 47. 5:34 to go. It's a 13-6 lead by the Knights. 2-back set this time. Twins right, 1 receiver left for Gonzalez. Gonzalez hands it off to Romeo Jones. He'll kick it off outside, and a good tackle made. They're going to spot him down at the 44-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play for Romeo Jones. It's a cool name. I like that. So second, and we'll call it 7 for Oregon Mountain. Again, headed towards the half, just at the 5-minute mark. Twins left, 1 receiver right from the far hash. 2-back set. Gonna hand it off. Romeo Jones quickly into the linebacking core. He'll go down to the 40. And a quick hit and a gain of 4. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 3. And again, I would have to think that this would be 4-down territory versus punting. And if you punt it into the end zone, you get a net gain of 20 yards. So here we go, 3rd and 3 at the Wildcat 40 from the far hash, moving towards the north end zone. Twins left, one receiver right, two back set, shotgun for Gonzalez. He's going to keep it, and he will not get the first down. I'm looking right down the line. He's going to be at the 38-yard line. He got 2. He needed 3. So it's going to be 4th and 1. But again, I would be shocked if they don't go for it. Turned it over on downs their last possession at the Wildcat 22. That was after a 12-yard run. They had it at the 34. They're at the 38 now. So under center, going to hand it off. Romeo Jones has it and more. Forward progress down to the 32. Quick hit, and he'll get 6. Tackling him, though, is about like trying to tackle a bowling ball. You don't quite know where to hit him. So they'll move the chains. 5th play of the drive coming up, down to 3:23. Here in the second quarter, it's a 13-6 contest. Oregon Mountain in the lead. They went up 13-0. Wildcats just scored to make it a one-possession game. Twins left, one receiver right from the Wildcat 32-yard line. Going to keep it, throwing again, left-handed throw. That one's up, and did he catch it? No. Boy, he put it right on him, unable to come down with it. And it will fall incomplete. Only the 3rd pass of the evening. So to bring up a second. Yeah, they went home run, though, all the way down to the 5. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Here we go. Going to throw it again, and a completion and a first down. This is out to number 14. Down to the 20, just enough on the slant. And that's to Devin Lopez, I believe. No, 14, excuse me. Check that. Zeke Weir. He'll get the catch down to the 14. And a first down. Nicely done. So 1st and 10. Not to the 14, excuse me, to the 20. Gain of 12 on the play. I'm going to hand it off to Romeo Jones, and he might get a yard on the play. Not sure. So let's see, 2nd and 9 they'll call it. Ball at the 19 now. Only 1-yard run that time by Jones. Again, he's the lone back. From the near hash, trips left. Gonzalez at the quarterback. He's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's going to go down to the 12. Nice run of 7 on the play. And let's see, 3rd and 2 we'll call it. Clock all the way down to 1:30. So that's a factor here. This is the longest drive after this next play. 9th play of the drive coming up. Started at the Wildcat 47. At the 5:12 mark, down to 1:17. 2-back set this time. 1 receiver only out to the right. Gonzalez going to keep it. He'll get the first down, and it'll be 1st and goal at the Wildcat 9-yard line.
Gonzalez on the carry, brought down by number 11, Clements for the Wildcats.
All right, here they come. 1st and goal.
For a first down night.
Yeah, they're going to, let me see. Did they drop the chains? They did. So it's right on the 10. 2-back set, going to throw to the end zone, and that could have been picked. Not a good throw by Gonzalez, but it'll go incomplete. luckily for him. That was not a good ball. Wildcats, if he could have come up with that, could have been pick 6. Then you'd have a 1-point game. But went through the Wildcat defender's hands and incomplete. So 2nd and goal from the 10 with 45 seconds to go before halftime. 13-6 your score. Going to give it off to, oh boy, Romeo Jones, and he makes one cut, and he's in. Touchdown for Romeo Jones. 9-yard run this time. That caps a 11-play drive for Oregon Mountain with 40 seconds to go. And they're going to just kick the extra point after missing one. Thought they might go for 2, try and make it 21, but they're going to kick it. See if I can figure out who the kicker is here. Number 40. See if he gets this one. It's down. This one looks to be good, and it is. So 20-6 your score, 40 seconds left here before halftime. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Wildcat Football on the Mix, 107.5 and KCPS.TV. Back in 1 minute. Wildcats trail 20-6, 40 seconds to go before the half. They 4 minutes, all their drives are 4 minutes and something. This one 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Kick is away. It's going to be into the end zone. Nope, they're going to say it was not. He'll bring it out. They get a good return by the Wildcats. Oregon Mountain thought he wasn't going to bring it out, and he did. All the way out to the 28-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will start, but they'll do it with 32 seconds to go before the half. 20-6 is your score. 47-yard scoring drive by Oregon Mountain. And not everything's been a pass. They've thrown 4 or 5 this evening. All right, here we go. See what the Wildcats try and do with 32 seconds left. Maybe empty backfield, trips left, one receiver right. He'll roll that way. He's going to throw. Here comes pressure. He evades it, throws it away, and too tall for Gutierrez out at the Wildcat 37. So that'll go incomplete. Ran off a little bit of time. 25 seconds left now before halftime. So it looks like the Wildcats going to maybe try and put something up. Let's see. On their side of the field at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 10. One receiver out to the near side. That's Fenstermaker coming towards me. Trips to the other side. Here comes the jet sweep, and there's a flag. Nice run by Everett. It'll be a first down, but this one's coming back. That got thrown right as Everett made his cut to head upfield. So negate the 11-yard run. Make sure I got this right. I'm refereeing from the booth. Try not to do that. Just been around this a while and kind of know when they throw them in certain spots what's going to happen. And it is a hold. So negate the 11-yard run by Everett. 16 seconds left on the clock. And the hold will be the 5th penalty on the night for the Wildcats. 2 10-yarders and 3 15s. So if my math is correct, that would be about 65 yards. 30 yards and penalties for Oregon Mountain tonight. Trips left, 1 receiver right, 1 back set. Ochoa with Jimenez. Snap is, that one's headed to the end zone. And Jimenez better just get rid of it. He's trying to run out of the end zone. He will. He'll come near side. He's headed down the sideline, and safety comes up and said, "You better dart out of bounds, dude." And he does, and that one will run all the time off the clock as he'll come out to the 32-yard line. Gain of 4 after running about 35 yards, but that'll take us to the half. It is the Oregon Mountain Knights 20 and the Clovis Wildcats 6. We'll take about a 5-minute break and be back. They put up 20 minutes on the clock, so Joseph, if you would, take about a 5-minute break. Again, halftime 20-6. The Knights over the Wildcats here at the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 107.5, The Mix, and KCPS TV. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Okie dokie.
Oh, well.
There's 1 second left on the clock.
Well, we've already taken a radio break, but we'll do this for LCPS TV. 1 second left. We thought it had expired, so the Wildcats will get one more play. Jimenez rolling around. He's going to take off and run out to the 40, 50. Still chasing him. He's still going. Watch out. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to go down at the 5. Wow. That almost was something else, but that will do it. Now we'll head to the half, and got to tell you, you ought to be watching this. The band's coming out, and that's one of the most impressive halftime prop setups I maybe have ever seen. And I've done this a long time. Check it out. same color. So you have to almost look at their helmets. But again, I do want to thank Jeff Matthews for giving me the opportunity to use his booth, and to Mike with LCPS.TV. They're running the cameras, so if you'd like to watch the game and listen to our broadcast, you can do that. It's free. Neat service they do down here, and they have a great setup, big jumbotron, nice place to play football. Again, I'll recap. They put a second back on the clock after we'd already taken a radio break and left, and the Wildcats had the ball at their own 32. Jimenez was going to look at a pass, but instead he scrambled and kept scrambling and ended up being tackled at the 5-yard line of Oregon Mountain. And it would have counted if he could have got in, but Oregon Mountain did get the stop, stopped him at the 5. Would have been a 68-yard touchdown run with 1 second on the clock, but it did not happen, and Oregon Mountain evaded disaster while the Wildcats came very close to having a very unusual play. But here we go, and this time the wind is still out of the south, hadn't changed. I'm guessing still 10, 15 miles an hour, and it will be Oregon Mountain kicking off with the wind at their back to the Wildcats. They'll get the ball first, but they do trail 20-6. A 45-yard touchdown run by Jimenez that came with 5:12 to go in the second. This kick is away and going to be attempted to be fielded by the Wildcats, but that was a dart, and it'll go out of the back of the end zone. And did they just throw a flag down here? There are flags on the field, way, way away from the kick. So let's see what this is about. Threw it in the vicinity of an Oregon Mountain player. So we're going to start the second half off with a penalty. And based on where they threw it, I'd have to think it has to be against Oregon Mountain. There were no Wildcats anywhere near. So they're going to start at the 20, and they're going to head up. See, this is my inclination is it's chirping. It's a 15-yarder, so wow. Big play, if you will, penalty. Out to the 35 is where the Wildcats will start instead of the 20. So they get a 15-yarder right out of the gate. So here we go, Twins right, headed left to right on your radio dial. Nice little run there. I believe that was Ochoa out to the 39. He'll get 4 on the play. And bring up a 2nd and 6. Wildcats again moving. I'm exact opposite of where I sit at Leon Williams Stadium. I'm on the other side, west grandstand. So Wildcats moving towards the south end zone. So left to right from my perspective here. They'll come out 2nd and 6, one back set. Twins left, nobody out right. Going to throw swing pass out to Everett, and he's making a few moves, and he'll get upended 1 yard shy of a first down out to the 44. So gain, we'll call it 5 on the play. Bring up, well, they're going to move the chains. They gave it to him out to the 45. So first down for Everett. Quick little hit out there. Somebody's got a flat. Means they got to tie their shoe. People are like, what's he talking about, a flat? 10:40 left here in the third. Wildcats with the ball and off to a nice start here out to their own 45. 1st and 10. Going to hand it off to Ochoa. There have been no turnovers in this game. 47-yard line, gain of 2 for him. Bring up 2nd and 8. Couple of opportunities, but so far no turnovers either way. For Oregon Mountain, they've scored on 3 of 4 possessions. The Wildcats on 1 of 4. They'll look at 2nd and 8 here from their own 47-yard line. Twins left, nobody right. 1 back set again for Jimenez. 2nd and 8. Bring a man down to the bottom, and the whistle blows. Then I think that's against the Wildcats. See what they do. Yep, I'm going to back them up 5, I believe. Delay of game, excuse me. So they'll move them back to the 42. So that'll bring up a 2nd, and we'll call it 13. As the clock, 9:35 here in the 3rd. 20-6 lead for Oregon Mountain. Blitz coming. Jimenez is going to throw in behind it. He'll find Everett. Everett will be hit immediately, and they'll tackle him at the 45-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 3. And let me see, for the Wildcats, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5th pass of the night. That one complete for 3. So they'll come out now looking at a 3rd and 9 at their own 46. Wouldn't think this would be 4-down territory, but you never know. Jimenez shotgun, gonna fake to Ochoa, and he's got a ton of room, and he's into the secondary. He could be gone. I think he is. See if there's any laundry. Touchdown, Jimenez. Wow. Boy, did he hit that hole in a hurry. He was basically gone at the 30. It is a touchdown. This one, a 55-yard touchdown for Jimenez. His 2nd of the night. Of course, Clovis will go for 2. Kind of interesting, the missed extra point, and Clovis always going for 2. That's Jimenez's 2nd rushing touchdown. The other one was long, but not as long as that one. They'll throw it, and is it caught? It is. 2-point conversion is good. Let me see if I can pick up who they threw that to. Trying to pick it up. I believe Floyd, TJ Floyd on the catch. But the 2-point is good. So we have a 1-possession game again, 20-14. I'm going to keep it right here, try and get caught up, because if I take a break, they'll be playing again before I get back. So for the Wildcats, time of possession, let me see, exactly 3 minutes and 3 seconds. On that one, didn't take them long. Of course, when you run from 55 yards out, so just on 2 runs for Jimenez, that puts him at 110 yards. 6-play drive. And a quick hit. Time of possession again, 3:03. Exactly what the Wildcats would hope for coming out of the locker room in the 3rd. Even though it's pedestrian, that's basically a quick hit. So Trujillo will kick off for the Wildcats. We're at the 9:03 mark. His kick is a pooch kick up high, going to be fielded at the 29 and hitting the deck at the 33 will be the Oñate return man. And that's where they will start. Again, the Wildcats, that was a 65-yard scoring drive for them. And did it quick, 6 plays. So all of a sudden, it's a 20-14 contest. Tightening this one up. So Oregon Mountain will come out. Again, Oregon Mountain on the night has 5 pass plays. Everything else has been run. 3-back set. 1 receiver out to each side. Gonzalez going to hand off to Romeo. Oh, how do we go the other way? They're going to say he stripped it? I thought the play was over. Wildcats are jumping around like they got the ball. And the officials saying the same thing. I think they just stripped the ball. First turnover on the first play. I'm going to call that a strip. He hadn't gone down, I don't believe. Thought they may have called him down by contact, but they do not. So the Wildcats will start over. That was quick. 8:52 now here in the third. They've got a chance to tie it up or take the lead. 20-14. They're starting at Organ Mountain's 40-yard line. Trips to the left. Jimenez going to swing one out this way, right in the hands, and dropped by number 19, Finstemaker. Just a little quick hit out to the near side. Would have had to have some yak. Yards after catch, they call that. But it will go incomplete. So the ball still at the Organ Mountain 40-yard line. First turnover, I said there had been none. And boom, there it is. And that was after a nice run, too. 7-yard run. So the Wildcats with it at the Organ Mountain 40. Trailing. Here's a pass out to Everett. Everett will make a man miss, but not the second and third. Forward progress down to the 37. He'll get 3 on the play. Came close to breaking that one open, but it'll be 3rd and 6. 8:28 to go here in the third. The score is 20-14. Organ Mountain in the lead. The Wildcats scored coming out of the third quarter and then got a takeaway and have the ball back. Twins left, nobody outright. One back set. Jimenez shotgun on 3rd and 6. He rolls to the near side, looks back the other way, pressure coming. He just casually walks out of the way and throws a dart down to Gutierrez. Wow. What a throw down to the 26 or the 25. That'll be a first down to the 25. 12-yard bullet. I believe that's Gutierrez's first catch on the night. He threw that right in the middle of 3 nights, too. They had, I believe, 3 men on him, and he put it right on him. 7:40 to go here in the third. Wildcats on the move. Down to the Organ Mountain 20-yard line. 25, excuse me. Pass this way to Everett. He'll make one man miss. Here comes the cavalry. They'll take him down at the 20. That'll be a gain of 5. Now they're at the 20. 3 consecutive pass plays for the Wildcats. They'll have 2nd and 7 at the Organ Mountain 21. That's where they're going to spot him. Clock is ticking, 7:05 to go, but it's been a good third quarter for the Wildcats. They scored on their first possession, stripped Organ Mountain, or got a fumble. I'm going to have to go to the replay booth, find out what happened. Twins left, nobody right, one back set. Ochoa, he'll come this way, bumps into one of his own guys, and no gain on the play. Pretty bottled up down there. So this will be a third, and we'll call it 5. Of course, 4 down territory for sure at the Organ Mountain 20. Wildcats can tie it and possibly take a lead. So 3rd and 5 from the Organ Mountain 20 from the near hash, headed towards the south end zone. 2 back set this time for Jimenez. 1 receiver out to the left. Going to hand it off to Ochoa, and he'll break tackles, and he's going to have very close. Nope, the 11. 9-yard run. I thought he might have 1st and goal, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 11. Wildcats seem to have Organ Mountain off stride just a little bit. Looks like somebody's calling a timeout. Official timeout, maybe? going to keep it right here. 20-14, Oregon Mountain in the lead, but the Wildcats knocking on the door at the 11-yard line. Third quarter, Oregon Mountain has run one play. Wildcats on play number 11. All right, two-back set again. Jimenez will go under center. Nobody out wide this time on 1st and 10 from the 11. He's going to pitch it back to Ochoa. Ochoa will break one tackle and go down. He's to the 5-yard line, a gain of 6. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 4. The Wildcats can get a first down without scoring. And they have not led in this game once. Chance coming up to do that. Obviously 4-down territory, but right now, 2nd and 4 at the 5. Under center again is Jimenez. He's going to hand off, and down to the 1 goes Ochoa. Quick hit, gain of 4, down to the 1. Whoop, they haven't moved. There they go. They'll move the marker now. I think they're going to say, yep, going to be 1st and goal at the 1. See what the Wildcats do here. Clockwise, 4:34 to go in the third. Wildcats 1 yard away from tying this one up. Jimenez will go under center again. Everett and Ochoa in the backfield. And he's going to do the keeper, and he'll walk in. Third touchdown of the night for Jimenez. This one not near as dramatic as the other ones, but we are tied at 20 apiece, and the Wildcats probably going to go for 2, as they always do, but they've tied this thing up. They have run in the third quarter 15 plays. Oregon Mountain has run 1. So here the Wildcats go. Jimenez, 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. Has tied this one up. See what they do here. Under center again. Going to give it off to Everett. He'll come near side and he'll walk in. Everett, good for 2. So the Wildcats, first time tonight at the 4:18 mark here in the third, will take the lead 22-20 off a 1-yard Jimenez run and the Everett run for 2. How about that? Wildcats lead it 22-20, 4:18 to go in the third. That will cap a 9-play drive started at the Oregon Mountain 40-yard line. And time of possession for the Wildcats, how about 4 minutes and 28 seconds. So 4:28 on that drive for the Cats, and they're in. Again, your score with 4:18 to go is Clovis 22, Oregon Mountain 20. We'll take a 30-second break and be back.
And you're back.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams. Same exact, almost looked like a clone kick and a clone return for Oregon Mountain. Little pooch kick up over the top of the front line. Fielded and brought out to the 35-yard line. And Oregon Mountain getting ready to run their second play of the third quarter with 4:14 to go. They got to wonder what happened. The Wildcats have scored twice. Gonzalez going to keep it. He'll take it out to the 43. Gain of 8 on the play. But they got to kind of wonder what happened. They led at the half 20-6. Then all of a sudden they're behind 22-20. And they'd run one play. And I apologize, I missed if it was a strip or a fumble by Romeo Jones, running back for Oregon Mountain. 3:37 left, the Wildcats up 22-20. Two-back set, one receiver out to each side. Going to hand it off to Romeo Jones again. He'll take it out to the 45 and a gain of 2. See, it'll be 1 yard shy, so it'll be 3rd and 1 as they go out to their own 45-yard line. Now trailing by 2. The way the Wildcats go for 2 all the time, the extra point that Oregon Mountain missed, not really a factor. Gonna hand it off again right up the middle, and I believe that is, and it is, into Wildcat territory at the 49. Gain of 6 on the play is Romeo Jones. Lost the ball somehow on that one turnover, so Oregon Mountain coaches are like, giving the ball back. We got to have that guy. 2:45 left, 22-20. Wildcats have come out and put up 16 unanswered. I believe I did that math right. One receiver to the near side. Oh boy, snap is back, and Gonzalez, good job to get on it, as Everett was right there, but he's all the way back to the 37-yard line, and that is a loss of 12. I don't know if it's a bad snap or Gonzalez wasn't ready for it, but that's huge. Going to bring up 2nd and 24 for Oregon Mountain. And when you run pedestrian, that's a lot. So Wildcats been the beneficiaries of a turnover and now a miscue. And this is number 10. I believe that's 10. It is. Haven't called his number tonight. Alsalvado Aras. Hope I said that right. Senior running back. He'll take it out to the 43. So he'll get back 6. But it's still 3rd. And I think punt-wise, let's see. Only on downs. Oregon Mountain is not punted tonight. Twins to the left, one receiver right. They're going home run ball, and this one was right off the hands. Oh, man. All the way down to the Wildcat 15. And getting a hand on it. I believe it's number 14. See if I can get you a number here. Yep. All I could see was a number on the sleeve, but I had it right. I believe that's Weeze. Or Weir. Yep. Weir got a hand on it, but could not come down with it. So it's going to be the first actual punt. On the evening for Oregon Mountain. Wildcats return man. See if I can get you a number. 19 for the Wildcats. They're going to kick away. Whoop, got flags or something. Everybody quit running. Finstamaker, the return man. And they're going to bring it back. So Oregon Mountain really been shooting themselves in the foot here in the third quarter. Turnover. Bad snap. Loss of 12. Now they got to punt it away, and a penalty here. Going to back them up some more. Punt's going to come from the foot at the 20. Let's see what kind of yardage they're going to mark off here. I didn't see the call yet. We're going to move it back to the 37. That's a 5-yarder, whatever it was. All right, we'll punt again. Vince DeMaker back on the return. Last time they kicked it away from him. No rush at all. High spiraling kick coming down, and it's going to take a Clovis bounce at the 26 and be downed at the 33-yard line, I believe. So 46 seconds to go here in the third, and this one so far has been all Clovis Wildcat advantage. They scored on 2 possessions. They got a fumble and a bad snap. Killed that last drive. Potential last drive, I should say, for Oregon Mountain. They'll punt it away. First punt of the night by Oregon Mountain. Wildcats have punted twice. All right. Jimenez 3 rushing touchdowns tonight, 45, 55, and 1 yard. He's going to hand it off to the lone back, and nowhere to go on that one for Ochoa. And spot him at the 33, gain of 1 on the play. And we're down to 35 seconds here in the third, but this is one third quarter the Wildcats like. They trailed 20-6 at the half, and they now lead it 22-20 here at the Field of Dreams. Trying to get their first district win of the season. Twins left, nobody out to the right, 1 back set. I believe that's Ochoa. Jimenez in the shotgun. Gonna hand it off, coming this way. Ochoa makes 1 man miss, and he'll go down. They'll get him at the 37-yard line, gain of 4, and that will do it. Quarter number 3 is in the books. They'll switch ends, take a break, and a good third quarter for the Clovis Wildcats as they now lead it 22-20, and we will head to the fourth quarter. You're listening to Wildcat Football on the Mix, 107.5 and KCPS.TV in Las Cruces. Back in 1 minute. Third quarter in the books, 22-20. Clovis Wildcats over Oregon Mountain. Back in 1 minute.
Congratulations, Chloe, and remember, nobody beats a Cisfaro deal.
And you're back.
Welcome back, Field of Dreams. Here we go. Fourth quarter, 12 minutes put on the clock. Wildcats with the ball. And a 3rd and 5. Going to bring it out near side. It's Everett. And Everett gets close to the first down, but a flag flies. That's typically a hold from the near side. So that'll back up the Wildcats most likely to the 27-yard line, 28. See where they mark it, but negate the 4-yard gain by Everett on 3rd and 5. I don't know if they're going to take it or not, because that would force, I believe, a 4th and 1, and Clovis would have to punt. Or 4th and 2. See what they do. Yep, holding. They're going to take it. Move the Wildcats back to the 31. I guess must have been a hold out at the 41. So back to the 31. For the Wildcats. And a 3rd and 11 here now. So they're now switched ends. They're headed towards the north end zone, wind at their back, right to left. From my broadcast perspective, Jimenez will run out. Nobody catching him yet. He'll spin and throw it away. Nobody on this Oregon Mountain team quite quick enough to catch up with Jimenez. He just scrambles around a little bit and buys a bunch of time. But this time, he has to throw it away. Enough pressure. The biggest part is the defenders having pretty good coverage on the Wildcat receivers. So that time, nowhere to go. Is this Everett that's going to punt? Nope, number 5. Jimenez, okay. Thought it looked like a 9. So Jimenez will do the punting duties. Number 11, Jashawn Caldwell. Punt is away, and that is way over Caldwell's head. Good kick. It's going to bounce favorably somewhat for the Wildcats. I think it's going to go out at the 21-yard line. And that will be correct. So punt is away. And to the 21-yard line, or Oregon Mountain will start with 11:20 to go in the contest, trailing by 2. And their kickoff guy's got a foot. I'm just wondering, I'm a little premature on this calculation, but 2-point game, field goal would win it. But they will be kicking into the wind. Not a big wind, but a little bit. Going to hand it off. Romeo Jones will bring it out. Forward progress. And they got him stacked up. Those guys got to learn to get down when that happens. Out to the 27-yard line. And a gain of 6 by Romeo Jones. He's got to be getting pretty close to 100 yards, I would think. Player down. They're going to have to tend to him. See if I've got some updated scores for you from around the area. Ben Blue reporting on Portales, as he always does. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, no update. Cibola in Cleveland showing the same score in the third. Roosevelt of Lubbock and Muleshoe tied in overtime at 49. Good game there. 31-0 is the score I have. Okay, there's an update. Melrose 52-0 Mercy Rule game. That one over at halftime. Cleveland, they go on and take care of number 5, La Cueva, against number 8, Los Lunas. And La Cueva wins 35-14. No, they're saying that's half. Got to be in the third. Carlsbad has taken the lead over Alamogordo, 23-19 in the third. Hobbs, no change there in the score. And we had a final, Farwell over Bovina. Roy and Floyd, that sounds like a basketball game. 52-0. Clovis player able to get up and head to the sideline, so that's good news. Here's a Dora score I got. That must have been, that was yesterday. 60-19, New Mexico School of the Deaf over Dora, 60-19. So there you go. Here we go. Back to action. And 2nd and 4 for Oregon Mountain. Going to hand it off to Romeo Jones, and he'll carry a couple Wildcats out to the 33. He'll get 6 more on the play. So that'll be first down for Oregon Mountain. You got to watch this clock. Still a little bit of time, but 10:30 to go. And a 2-point lead for Clovis. Oregon Mountain has been shut out so far here in the second half. 3 back set. 1 receiver out to each side. Clovis will blitz. They're going to hand it off again. I believe that's Romeo Jones again. Out to the 39. Let's see him get out of the pile. Nope, that was number 10. Araz. He'll take it out to, they're going to spot it at the 39. So that was a gain of 6 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 4. And they're going to hand off, and Romeo, oh no, keeper around the side, faked out everybody. This could go for 6, one man to beat, and he will make the tackle, but not until all the way to the 21-yard line. Was Gonzalez. Man, he faked the handoff in the hole to Romeo Jones, and he took off around the left side all the way down to the 22 is where they're going to spot him. So 29, 40-yard run for quarterback Gonzalez. So he's like, hey, your guy can run a long way, so can I. So first down for the Oregon Mountain Knights at the Wildcat 22. Clock ticking, 4:20 to go. The Cats up by 2. Busted play here, going to keep it and get nice yardage. Tried to hand it off to Jones. Thought he was on the left side. He was on the right side, so he keeps it. Goes down to the 15. He'll get 7 on the play and bring up a 2nd and 3. Plenty of time for both teams here, just under the 9-minute mark. But the best drive by far for Oregon Mountain here in the second quarter. They ran one play, turned the ball over, and then 6 plays and punted. Gonzalez likes running. Now he's going to keep it again. He'll get the first down, I believe, down to the 10. And that will be a first down. Gain of 5 on that play. So 3 consecutive runs by Gonzalez. 1 for 40, 7 and 5. So first down, and they dropped the chain. So first and goal for Oregon Mountain with 8:14 to go. Clovis up by 2, 22-20 here in the 4th. Gonzalez will move them around from his right to his left. Snap is back. He wants to keep it again. He's going to weave his way down to about the 4, and he'll get 6 on the play. They're going to say the 5, so a gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 5. And I want to say 4 consecutive carries for Gonzalez. Says, I like keeping the ball. All right. 2-back set. He'll go under center this time. Going to hand it off. Oh, upended is Romeo Jones. Cats are trying to say they got the ball, but that Jones landed on top of a Wildcat. But they're going to say he's down. But he did lose 4. Back to the 9. So be 3rd and goal from the 9. Obviously got to be 4 down territory here unless they have a kicker. Then you could kick the field goal and take a 1-point lead. All right, 2-back set again for Gonzalez. He's going to hand it off to Romeo Jones. Romeo Jones will not get in the end zone. He didn't even get a lot. He's down to the 7. He got 2. So 4th and goal. And I think we might see a field goal attempt. Not sure. No. Yep. That's what's happening. They're going to go for the field goal. Number 40. Mentioned his name earlier. Where did he go? Is their kicker, Belmontes. Snap is high, brought down. I think this is good, though. Oh, man. What a job by the place kicker to get it down. And let me see, 9, 7, and 10. 26-yard field goal. It is good. And 23-20 now. Oregon Mountain takes the lead. So a number 40. Let me get this noted here. Yep. What did I say? 23. No. 27-yard field goal is good. So 23 to 20 now is, or 22 is your score. And Oregon Mountain back in the lead. We'll keep it right here. That drive, that was a long one for them, 11 plays. They started at their own 21, and they took it all the way down to 5:57. So 6 minutes and 17 seconds on that one, time of possession. Longest time of possession drive, and that's without them doing anything in the third. So they'll take the lead. They'll kick off to the Wildcats, kicking into the wind. Wildcats should get a return out of this one. It's going to come down about the 5. Picked up there, headed to the far sideline, trying to cut it up. Gets around the edge, but not very far. Good coverage out to the 21-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will start. 5:51 left in the contest. A 23-22 lead by Oregon Mountain. On paper, looked like this might be a pretty good matchup, and it is sure proving to be exactly that. Grady 54-0 over Elida. Thank you, Jeremy, for that information. All right, here we go. Wildcats will have twins left from their own 21. Jimenez shotgun. He's going to roll near side, throws behind him, and the catch is made. Let's see. I believe that's Parrish all the way down to the 39. Bobbled it for a minute, but came down with it. Nope, that's number 81. That is Ulibarri. Kyson Ulibarri. Nice catch out to the 39. And that one's good for 18 yards. Quick hit by the Wildcats. Twins right, twins left. Empty backfield. Everett will come in on the jet sweep. Oh, man, all kinds of room for him. He's into Oregon Mountain territory all the way down to the 46-yard line. And that was good for 15 yards. So the Wildcats peeling it off in chunks here. 2 plays, they're down to the Oregon Mountain 45-yard line. 1 pass, 1 run. And Oregon Mountain had nobody at home when Everett came around the corner. Room to rumble, as they say. Headed out to the far side will be Bo Clements. Twins right, twins left, empty backfield. They'll bring Ochoa, and Jimenez is going to keep it. He's got a lot of room. He's into the secondary and more, all the way down to the 19-yard line. Wow. 27-yard run by Jimenez. He's having himself a night tonight. Wildcats on 3 plays and moved from their own 21 to the Oregon Mountain 19. 4:33 left in this one. They trail by 1. 23-22. Oregon Mountain in the lead. Empty backfield again. Twins left, twins right. Moving right to left towards the north end zone. Man in motion comes through. They fake it to Everett. Jimenez is going to keep it into the linebacking core. He'll go down to the 14 and a gain of 5. Clock ticking, 4-minute mark now. And it will be second, obviously 4-down territory from here on in. At the, well, they're going to spot it at the 15, so a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Wildcats, who trail by 1. 23-22. Jimenez with a empty backfield. Ochoa will come in motion. He'll block for Jimenez. He'll go through the line, right side, and all the way down to the 7-yard line for Jimenez. Gain of 7 on the play. They brought Ochoa from the slot, came across and blocked for Jimenez. So first down and goal from the 7-yard line for the Wildcats. trailing by 1, 23-22. Two-back set this time, Ochoa and Everett. Jimenez going to hand it off to Ochoa, and Ochoa is going to walk in. Touchdown off the right side, I believe. No signal yet. Now come. Hold the phone. Yep, there it is. Huh. Don't know why that guy didn't ever tell it. Okay, Ochoa with a touchdown, and the Wildcats take the lead back at 28-23. Going to go for 2. So even if they do that, 37-point game. See what they do here. Jimenez under center. Going to hand it off to Ochoa, and he runs over a Knight at the line. And did they give it to him? Well, I do not see who's signaling this stuff. I couldn't tell if he got in or not. I think he did. He did. Ochoa in as well on the 2-point conversion, and the Wildcats take the lead back at 30-23 in this one. And this drive for the Wildcats, let's see, didn't take long. 2:52 on this one. So time of possession 2:52. They started at their own 21-yard line. So that is a 79-yard drive by the Wildcats. Only took them in this one 6 plays. So pretty good job by the Wildcats. I'll keep it right here. As we are, tell you what, and the thing about it, 30-23, if Oregon Mountain could score, they'd have to decide they're going to go for the tie or the win. But they've got 3:04 to basically go the length of the field. Wildcats have been hitting the little pooch kick up around the 30. It's been typically returned to about the 33 the last 2 kicks. See what they do here. Same exact thing. Going to come down at the 20, fielded, bring it out to the 25-30, making a move, and down at the 31. Don't want to say I told you so, but I think I told you so. 2:57 left now in the contest. The Wildcats with a 30-23 lead over Oregon Mountain. See, somebody take a timeout? Nope. They're getting ready to get going. So Oregon Mountain set it up. Ball at their 31. Basically 3 minutes left. They trail by 7. 30-23. Gonna snap it back. New player in the game. Yeah, quarterback keeper. And he gets sacked. They're going to say forward progress to the 27. Still be a loss of 4. Got a new running back in there. See if I can pick up his number again. So good first play for the Wildcats. Loss of 4. 2nd and 24. Obviously 4 down territory here with only 2:30 to go in the contest. Twins left, 1 receiver right. Gonzalez back, throws, and this ball is high. And fortunate, Wildcat didn't come down with it. Incomplete, and all of a sudden, 3rd and 14 for Oregon Mountain. With 2:15 left here in the 4th. Cats up 30-23. 3rd quarter was the difference. Cats trailed 20-6 at the half and led at the end of the 3rd 22-20. Big play here. Going back, throwing the home run ball. There's nobody even close to this one. And 4th down coming up for Oregon Mountain. This one 4 to 5 yards over the top of everybody. A dive at the end made it look a little closer, but that was just kind of a chunk and a hope. 2:09 left. Clock stopped here. 4th and 14. Kind of surprised they went kind of a mini home run ball on that one. Got to have that first down. So basically, here's your ball game with Oregon Mountain looking at a 4th and 14. Oh, what do we got? A penalty over there? Hold the phone. Whitehat's headed over to talk to Coach Stan Hodges. There is a flag. All the way across over there. Almost too far to see. This could be big. Didn't see what they called. All the way across the field. Looks like they're going to pick it up. Maybe. Guess so. All right. Scratch that. All right. Here we go. 4th and 14 for Oregon Mountain from their own 27-yard line. Got to get it first or the Cats can run the clock out. Here goes Gonzalez. He goes home run ball again. Guy's there, and it is picked off by the Wildcats. Coming across with it. Vince DeMaker, I think. No, that may be Everett. He's going to take it to the house. Off the pick. Pick 6 from the 45 of the Wildcats. See if there's any flags. Oh, yeah, a lot of flags. Scratch that. Yep. Everett brought it all the way back off the pick. 2 Wildcats out there, 1 Onyate receiver. I think the penalty's after the pick, but let's see. There's been some exciting plays here. One of them we missed completely with 1 second left. In minutes with a huge run. But I do believe the penalty was after the interception. It is going to be against Clovis. Spot foul. Flag is at the, 43? Blindside block clip, basically. So it's going to move Clovis back to their own 42. But only a minute 52 to go. They can run this out off the Everett pick. Everett seems to be like twins. It's like there's 2 or 3 of him out there. Cats just got to run the clock out. Going to hand it off to Ochoa. He'll go right side. Take it out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. And this is one where the clock is your friend. I don't know how many timeouts Oregon Mountain has. They'll take one right here. We'll just keep it right here. See if I have any other scores for you. Again, Grady over Elida by a score of 54-0. Grady, number 1 team in 6-man football this year. Over Logan, who's typically first place all the time. But this year, it's Grady. How about that? All right, on a timeout, Wildcats defense, they've just controlled the second half. And they should come away with a win. Only a minute 45 left. And they have the ball, 2nd and 5 at their own 48-yard line. Going to hand it off. That's Ochoa again. He'll go around the right side, get a couple out to the 49. Apologize, I'm not sure how many timeouts. Oh, there we go. I think the dots are timeouts. Left. Maybe? So maybe one more left out. Yep, Oregon Mountain will take another timeout. Tell you what, How about we take a 30-second break and be back? This one just about in the books. 1:35 to go. The Wildcats lead it 30-23. Back in 30 seconds.
And you're back on.
Welcome back. I apologize. I believe it was Jimenez on the pick. And he's got to be getting close to 200 yards tonight. If he'd have had that one at the second left in the half, he definitely would have been over 200. They'll keep it here, and this one's probably going to do it. I think Oregon Mountain's going to have to use their last time out. They'll run it down to the 46 of Oregon Mountain. And first down for the Wildcats, and I don't think there's any reason for Oregon Mountain to use the other timeout. Wildcats get a new set of downs, and they're going to come away with a nice win here in Las Cruces over Oregon Mountain. Talk about what's coming up next for the Wildcats. See if they go into the favorite play of any player or coach. Taking the knee. Nope. They're going to give it to Ochoa, and he is off to the races. He'll go down, but here comes a flag right at the edge, so I'm going to assume that's a hold as we go under a minute, 51 seconds. Yeah, Everett is 9, Jimenez is 5, and when they're all the way across the field, they look very similar. And they're built about the same. Yep, going to be a hold on the Wildcats, so negate the Ochoa run. But at this point, semi-irrelevant. So it'll move them back to the 44, their own 44, as they had moved into Oregon Mountain territory. But for the Wildcats, again, a big third quarter as they come out and make it 20-14 and then 22-14. Oregon Mountain kicked a field goal to take the lead back at 23-22, but the Wildcats go down and score and make it 30-23, and they're 35 seconds away from running the clock out in this one. Here comes the favorite play in football for anybody. Looks like the one where you take the snap, step back one step, and take a knee. There it is, 2 steps. And the quick knee tap, and down to 30 seconds. That should be the last play that they have to run. Let's see. It will be. That will do it. This will be your final score. Don't have to run another play. Good second quarter for the Wildcats. They win it 30-23. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with post-game wrap-up and also maybe some other area scores. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on 107.5 The Mix, and we've been on lcps.tv all night long. 2-minute break. We'll be back. Final score, Wildcats 30, the Knights 23, back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're obviously disappointed. I thought we came out extremely well on both sides of the ball, and we made mistakes, and we'll get up to Clovis. They beat us, and it is what it is.
Diego, your defensive was strong in the first half. What led to losing the lead in the second half?
And you are back.
Getting lined up and being mentally there, we kind of just fell apart at the end right there. That's about it.
All right, thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thanks.
2-7 score in that one. Thanks to Benton Blue for those scores. Appreciate that. I'll see what else I can come up with here in just. But let's kind of recap this one. Started off for Oregon Mountain, Jaden Gonzalez. He's the quarterback. A nice run, 20-yarder to put them up 7-0. Came back at the 2:23 mark in the first, and another 7-yard run for Gonzalez, and a 13-0 lead. The point attempt was no good. Then with 5:12 left, the Wildcats get on the board with Jimenez, who had a huge night tonight for the Wildcats from the quarterback position. 45-yard run. The 2-point conversion play no good. They trailed 13-6. And then for Oregon Mountain, they come back with 32 seconds left before halftime. And Romeo Jones, a 9-yard run, and the PAT was good. So they went to the locker room with a 20-6 lead over the Wildcats. The Wildcats come out with their first possession, and Jimenez this time strikes from 55 yards out, and it's a 65-yard drive for the Wildcats in 5 plays. And they go for 2, and they get it, and makes it 20-14 at that point. Then on the first possession in the third, the Wildcats, I missed it, but I think they got a strip off of Romeo Jones or a fumble. But regardless, they got the ball at the 40-yard line. This came at the 8:52 mark in the third, and didn't take long again as Jimenez got his third rushing touchdown of the evening. This one was a 1-yard run and a 9-play drive for the Wildcats. Took their first lead of the night with another 2-point conversion of 22-20. And then both teams traded punts. Oregon Mountain punted, the Wildcats punted. But then